buena gente, estamos en un nuevo video de Gracias Epic. En esta oportunidad, probando un juego gratis.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
Amigo.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Enter.
You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
Very good.
The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches. The man in gray across from you, though, he's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him. One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
Empezaron a aparecer todos los de alrededor, Era bueno.
Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand, he deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good.
It's good.
It's great.
It's great.
The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
Aces high.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that. The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt. Yep. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. The man in gray smiles. All right, then. I'll call.
Uy, amigo.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure, but more than that. Your labor. You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones. Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie. All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories. Finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy. Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds, They might be true, but they grow wild and unbelievable with the telling. The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task. Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them. People get bored
Concentradísimo,
hearing
¿no?
stories over and over. But an old cliché in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another. Go on your way, Seeker. Either way, I hope...
A ver, vamos a intentar ir a opciones. Inglés, no hay... Bueno. No hay... Vamos a bajarle un poco más la musiquita. De verdad, gente, que no sé muy bien de qué va el juego. Digo, parece como que va un poco de tema de apuestas y eso. No sé. Lo presento acá en el canal. La gente que sepa inglés puede ser que le interese. No sé, yo no soy mucho de los juegos, más si no está traducido, por lo menos no tener una idea. Pero bueno, ahí está el juego. Gracias Epic. Y bueno, nos vemos en un siguiente video de Gracias Epic. Que esta semanita son 2 videitos, ya que hay 2 videojuegos que salieron gratis. Si quieren chequearlo, vayan a la Epic Game. Ahí está. Nos vemos.